Shenyin Shu, Shenyin Shu Chinese, Shenyin Shu, pinyin, Shenyin Shu or Shenyin Xu Chinese, Shenyin Xu, pinyin. Shenyin Xu died 506 BC, was a general of the State of Chu during the spring and autumn period of ancient China. He was a great-grandson of King Zhuang of Chu. Killing of Fei Wuji. Lushi Chengqiu, a Chinese classic text compiled around 239 BC, credits Shenyin Shu with getting rid of the corrupt official Fei Wuji. During the reign of King Ping of Chu, Fei Wuji induced the king to marry the bride of the crown prince Jian. Fearing the revenge of the prince when he became king, Fei persuaded King Ping to kill Prince Jian, his tutor Wu Shi, and Wu Shi's sons. Prince Jian managed to escape abroad, and Wu Shi's second son Wu Zixu also escaped to the state of Wu, but Wu Shi and his first son Wu Sheng were executed. Fei Wuji then framed another official Zai Wan and tricked the prime minister Nang Hua, also known as the Chen, into killing him. Shenyin Shu, who had risen to the position of Sima chief commander of the army, pointed out Nang's mistake and persuaded him to execute the hated Fei Wuji. Battle of Boju. Zhuozhuan, one of the earliest Chinese works of narrative history compiled in the 4th century BC, gives a detailed account of Shenyin Shu's words and deeds in the historic Battle of Boju. In 556 BC, during the reign of King Zhao of Chu, King Helu of Wu led an army to invade Chu. His army was commanded by the military strategist Sun Tzu, author of The Art of War, as well as Wu Zixu, out to avenge the death of his father and brother. The Wu army sailed up the Huai River and then left their ships and marched to the east bank of the Han River. In response, Prime Minister Nang Hua Zicheng and Shenyin Shu led the Chu army to the west bank of the Han, across the river from the invaders. Shenyin Shu devised a plan in which Nang Hua would take up defensive positions with the main army along the Han River, while Shen would go north to Fangcheng on Chu's northern frontier, and lead the troops stationed there to destroy the Wu ships left on the Huai River and block the 3 passes on the Wu army's return route. Nang Hua would then cross the Han, and the 2 forces would simultaneously attack the Wu army from both the front and the back. Nang accepted the plan, and Shen departed for Fangcheng. After Shen's departure, however, the historiographer Shi Huang said to Nang Hua that the people of Chu hated Nang and loved Shenyin Shu, and that if he followed Shen's plan, then Shen would take all the credit for the victory and Nang would be doomed. Nang had a change of heart and decided to cross the river and attack right away. The 2 armies fought 3 battles between the Ziobi southeast of present-day Hanchuan and Dabi Mountains, and the Wu were victorious. Convinced that he could not win, Nang Hua wanted to flee but was dissuaded by Shi Huang. The Wu army then attacked at Boju, routing the Chu army. Shi Huang was killed in the battle and Nang Hua escaped to the state of Zheng. The Wu army then pursued the remaining Chu troops, won 5 more battles, and captured Ying, the capital of Chu. Shenyin Shu had by now returned and defeated the Wu forces at Yangtze River, present-day Sima River in Jingshan County, but he was wounded 3 times in as many battles. Not wanting to be captured alive, he asked officer Wu Gaobai to kill him and bring his head home. Zhuozhuan also mentions that after the fall of Ying, Shenyin Shu's wife was taken as prisoner to Wu. One of their sons, Shen Huzeng, went to Wu but was unable to bring her back. Legacy. After the war, King Zhou enfeoffed Shen Yǐn Shù's son Shen Juliang with the city of Yi in present-day Yi County of Henan Province at the northern frontier of the Chu kingdom. In 478 BC, during the reign of King Hui of Chu, Shen Juliang put down the rebellion of Duke of Bai and restored the king's rule. He was awarded the title Yigong Duke of Yi and became the founding ancestor of the Yi surname. Shenyin Shu is therefore recognized as an original ancestor of both Shen and Yi, which are now the 49th and 42nd most common Chinese surnames, respectively. Although the Battle of Boju is best known today as the greatest victory of Sun Tzu and Wu Zixu, two of the most famous generals in Chinese history, ancient historians portray Shenyin Yǐn Shù as a capable general and a worthy adversary. His deeds, and especially his death, have been dramatized in several historical novels. References